Hello everyone, myself Sandeep and I welcome you all in our today's new video, Key Points to Note while installing and configuring the MongoDB. In this video, we will focus on some bullet points that we should take care while installing and configuring the MongoDB. So let's start with the video. So when we discuss about Sametime server, MongoDB is the backbone of this application. If we set this right at the first place, then we should not face any issue in the future. In this video, we will not be looking after installation and configuration of this DB, but we will see some key points that we should take care while installation and configuration. So the first is kind of a prerequisite. So older version of MongoDB, that is 3.6, is still supported for latest Sametime servers. However, we highly recommend to install MongoDB 4.2 for the latest Sametime servers. So if you are planning to install Sametime 11.01 and ahead, then make sure you use MongoDB 4.2. Consider you are installing it on the Windows server. So you should make sure to install it as a service and run the service as a network service user. So you can refer the screenshot where we have mentioned to install it as a service and run service as a network service user. And suppose you are installing it on a Linux machine, then make sure you should log in with root access. Anything below root access may end up with this error. Next is commands. So you must notice there are various commands while installation and configuration of this DB. So all these commands mentioned in this product documentation are case sensitive. Any wrong input will give an error. So either copy it from the documentation or type it precisely. Now let's discuss on one of the important points, that is mongod.conf file. This is a configuration file for MongoDB. Here you can notice the default path for Windows OS and Linux OS. Most of the people do mistake during this stage. If you does not set this file correctly, your configuration will not be successful. So let's see practically what are the key points that should we take care while configuring this file. So using VI editor, I am editing this mongod.conf file. Typically, we configure network interface and replication tab under this configuration file. So we should make sure while configuring both these parameters, we should add two spaces before the parameter and there should not be trailing spaces after the parameter. If you use tab key instead of spaces before the parameter, it will result into an error and the file will not configure properly. So do not use tab key, use two spaces before the parameter and no trailing spaces after the parameter. Let's quit this file. Once this config file is set up properly, you should initiate the replica set command and it should not give any error. Correct initialization will result into rs0 secondary, and if you hit one more enter, you should get rs0 primary. Now the next is verifying the configuration. Issue command rs.config and check the host parameter. Let's go to Mongo console and issue command rs.config. So you should make sure you have a host parameter with the right FQDN. If MongoDB is hosted on different server, then valid FQDN should be entered so that community and proxy server can resolve it and everyone has a proper connectivity and traceability. Now the next point is security. The security on the MongoDB is not enabled by default. It is not must to have, but is always good to have. This makes sure that only designated users can have access to the respective DB. Please follow the product documentation for enabling the security. And the last point is updating the time to live setting. This setting indicates for how long the chat data is stored into the DB. The default value is 90 and you can increase or decrease as per your preference. However, please keep in mind that higher the value, it will take more time to load the chat window. So that's it for this video. I hope this will help you. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the upcoming videos.